want to talk about this whole speculation about Dak Prescott, and he said that apparently what it was said is that he apparently wore the wrong cleats, and he apparently re-aggravated his ankle or something, and normally he wears his Jordan 11s, but all throughout camp he had been wearing his Jordan 1s, and so then he decided to go back to his Jordan 11s, and he apparently had blisters on his ankle. So that was the problem, and that's why he hadn't been practicing really the past couple of days or so. But he said he feels great, and with Dak Prescott, I will take his word for it. If he says he feels great, well, then he more than likely feels great. And Shannon Sharp, for the most part, he feels the same way. Like he doesn't feel like it's going to be that big of an issue. It's not that big of a deal, as far as Dak and re-aggravating his ankle or so, or so yeah, for the most part, I would definitely side more into Shannon's side. Skip, Skip, he seems like he's kind of freaked out, and it's just like whatever, man. All right. First of all, me personally, I don't even feel like he's even a real Cowboys fan because from the moment that I saw that dude drop his all of his cowboy gear and stuff in the trash can, bro, I lost all trust and loyalty of you as a Cowboys fan. You are not a Cowboys fan after that. So, nonetheless, I'll be quite honest. Sometimes I'll be honest with you. I don't even care sometimes about what Skip has to say. But basically, he said, this is a big, big deal to me. And we were told that, he was 100%, that the ankle was fixed. But apparently, he got some surgery on it, at some point. And apparently, he re aggravated it. And so, yeah, he's a little freaked out about that. He's panicking. And I assume that there's quite a few other Cowboys fans out there who probably are panicking, but I'm not panicking. Dak Prescott's going to be fine. All right. He showed last year that he was, for the most part, fine coming back from that ankle injury. He said he was good and ready to go. And for him to do what he did last year after, saying that, hey, I'll take his word for it. He says he feels fine. He feels fine. Now let's talk about this Bucks Cowboys game that's going to be played tomorrow night. So obviously we all saw the first game of the year between Buffalo versus Los Angeles. And Buffalo, while Vegas and everybody out there is making them the clear favorite to win the Super Bowl, and don't get me wrong, they looked like it. They, without a doubt, put a number on the LA Rams on Thursday night. And their pass rush just looks better. Their running game looks better. All of their, parts of their team that we thought were weaknesses last year, for the most part, I would say they, without a doubt, fixed that stuff up, from what I saw on Thursday night. And so the Rams, I'm not going to say they're in trouble, but they do need to find themselves, and they need to take care of that whole situation with that offensive line. But As long as they don't do what they did on Thursday night, make themselves one dimensional to where they can only pass the football, you got to get some type of push, on that line to allow your running backs to run, because you can't just allow yourself to be one dimensional like that. Or that's going to happen. It's going to be free lunch at the quarterback all day, every game, doing that kind of stuff. So if they can, get that together, then I think they'll be fine. It is Sean McVay. We've seen him, take care of this stuff, and when all else fails, we all know that we can rely on Sean McVay to eventually take care of that issue. So I don't think that this game means panic for Rams fans, but if you're a Bills fan, you should be rubbing your hands together and being excited, like, man, just can't wait, to whoever we got next week, which I don't know who they got next week. I gotta go look. But nonetheless, they can check off week one, check off the box for week one, 31-10 win against the Rams. But let's talk about my team real quick. Bucks are coming to town to play the Cowboys. So, and if you don't know, I am a Cowboys fan. So, Dak, here's the thing. I feel like Dak's going to be able to do more with the offensive players around him than what Tom Brady's going to be able to do with the offensive players around him. I feel like both Dak and Brady are kind of thin as far as weapons that they can find downfield through the air. But I feel like Dak's going to be able to do more with what he has in this game than what Brady will be able to do. In my opinion, I feel like this might be arguably the best defense that Tom Brady's going to play all year. Because you talk about the pass rush depth that we have, all kinds of guys that can get to the quarterback. You got D-Law, Dorrance Armstrong, who is the starter, and I don't know how I feel about that, but nonetheless, he is the starter for us. Dante Fowler Jr., Terrell Basham, Sam Williams, that freaking nature at rookie, and of course the wild card is Micah Parsons. So when you have that kind of, when you have that kind of deep depth as far as guys who can rush the quarterback, then that is something without a doubt to look up for. So, and I feel like even our interior line, Osa Adigazua, Tristan Hill, Quentin Bohanna, who is going to be in the starting lineup apparently, is one of our starting defensive tackles. And I'll be honest, I think that he's without a doubt gotten better. Last year, I felt like he wasn't low to the ground as much, but this year I think he worked on that. He's more lower to the ground, got more, giving himself more leverage, and he's already a tall and big guy, but he just gotta learn how to get himself low, low, and be able to get a leverage off the offensive lineman when getting off the blocks and trying to, whether it's getting to the ball carrier or getting to the quarterback. So yeah, the interior line looks good as far as that is concerned. Neville Gilmore and John Ridgeway. I mean, you can go across the board, go down the list. And I'll be quite honest with you, our linebackers aren't bad either. We got some fast, athletic linebackers like Micah Parsons, but he is also slash a D end. We got Jabril Cox, Van Der Esch. I mean, we got some pretty good linebackers, that'll be out there playing. And flying sideline to sideline, getting the ball carrier, whether it's Leonard Fournette or the other guy. I know Ronald Jones isn't there no more. He plays for Kansas City. And then the back end of our defense. We got Trayvon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, all guys who gave up sub 90 ratings last year. And that is going to pay dividends for us as far as our pass defense. And trust me, they're not going to give Tom Brady's receivers very much separation. He's gonna have to earn it on those throws. And then the back end, the safeties, we got guys like Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, J-Ron Kurz. We got that one dude, Marquise Bell. We got some pretty good safeties too. I feel like this might be the most complete defense that we've had in a while. And I don't want to do anything to ruin that, but I don't know, maybe, being obviously a little too early on trying to say what I want to say about, this defense might be legit, but I'm not going to lie, you look across the board, this might be our most complete defense we've had legitimately in a while. I mean, I felt like we were always, not the best at the end, and we got ourselves some defensive ends that can rush the passer. D tackles at the interior part of the line, I felt like we took care of that problem this offseason and drafting, guys like John Ridgeway. And then the linebacking group that didn't look too fond heading into camp, not having guys like, Keanu Neal there anymore. But we made up for it by signing Anthony Barr. I still feel like we're a little thin at linebacker, but I think for the most part we might be okay. And then the offensive side of the ball. I think we can win this game, beat Tampa Bay and their defense if we can use 12 personnel. I've been watching people like Mark Holmes, who has been preaching it about us using 12 personnel. And he's not wrong. Like, we, without a doubt, should use 12 personnel. 2 tight end set, those 2 extra blockers that can block Tampa Bay's front 7 on 7. A hat on a hat, let our ball carrier, whether it's Zeke or Pollard, do the rest and make a play. And I feel like our running game might be looking a lot more solid than Tampa Bay's. If you ask me, I feel like it might be more solid than Tampa Bay's. Tampa Bay's more of a passing team. I feel like we are more balanced and we can use the running game a whole lot, better than Tampa Bay. So I feel like with us being able to run the ball, we can control the clock, control the game, dominate them physically. And I feel like we can dominate them physically. Not exactly on the scoreboard because Tom Brady's not going to let that happen. But we are going to physically dominate these guys at the line of scrimmage. In the trenches, I feel like we got these guys on there. Tyler Smith, his rookie debut going up against Shaq Barrett. I have faith in the kid. And Connor McGovern, let's hope that he can redeem himself this year, but I don't know. I'll be quite honest with you, he might not last week 6 before he'll probably get his job taken away from him. But nonetheless, I do have faith in Tyler Smith and even a couple of those other guys on that offensive line. And as long as we can just beat them dominate them on the line of scrimmage, use 12 personnel, Dak and CD getting that connection going in this game, I think we can win this game. And Mark Holmes says that this is going to be a low scoring game, 17-13. No, I'll be quite honest with you. I think, in my opinion, now we're not going to dominate them, but I think we could beat Tampa Bay in this game. I think we can beat Tampa Bay in this game 27-17. That is my prediction. I think we can beat Tampa Bay in this game 27-17. I think that our offense with Dak will be able to put up more production than Tom Brady with his offense as far as making production out there on the field. But that's how I feel, and let me know how y'all feel about my prediction. Do you love my prediction or do you hate it? Do you feel like I'm an idiot? Well, hey, it is what it is. That is my prediction. I do believe that the Cowboys are going to win this game, and I am putting out a final score prediction that we will win this game 27-17. Nonetheless, the game still has to be played tomorrow, and I'm excited for what this team has to offer this season. A lot of people down us, and I like that. Keep that same energy. If you had us last, if you had us, like having a losing record, we're going to lose 8 to 9 games this year, keep that same energy because I want to make you look stupid in the end. So, like, subscribe. This is your boy, the one, the man,